After being at the SLE for around 2 months, they finally gave me my own room. It was on the 3rd floor, right next to one of the bathrooms. Unfortunately, the toilet was on the other side of my wall, and the walls were very thin. Waking up to somebody's bowel movement became a regular occurrence in that room. Next to my room was a larger bedroom separated by a locked door that stayed shut most of the time. One of the guys slept in there, and his snoring was absolutely horrific. But eventually we found a strange kind of balance. When he was snoring, I play my guitar. When I was playing guitar, somehow it didn't bother him. It was our version of a peace treaty. This was during the winter months, and I spent a lot of time watching the rain pour onto the roof of the garage next door. The building had no heating, so most of the time I stayed under the covers just trying to stay warm. I'd watch YouTube videos on my phone and let my mind wander. And my mind wandered a lot. I spent a lot of time thinking about the people who had recently been in my life. I thought about the things they said to me while I was deep in my addiction. Some of the words were painful. Some of them were probably true. Others I started to wonder if they were just angry reactions from other addicts and alcoholics who were fighting their own battles. Sobriety has a way of making you reevaluate everything. At times, anger would bubble up inside of me. I was willing to get sober for my kid. I was willing to face my own toxic behaviors and try to fix them for the sake of my child's well-being. But at the same time, I couldn't help noticing that my own parent had never done that for me. That realization left a resentment that, even today, I still carry with me. Every week we piled into a stinky van and drove about 15 miles to attend 3 classes on how to live sober. For anonymity's sake, I won't mention any of the staff members by name. Most of the people who worked there were recovering addicts themselves. To me and to a couple of other people in the program, they were living proof that there is life after addiction. Not just survival. A life worth actually enjoying. After getting emotionally lost trying rehab the first time, and then eventually landing in a full 90-day treatment center, getting back into music was difficult. Music had always been my idea. I did get a small side project at one point, writing music for a friend's film. It felt good to create again. I had a lot of ideas about where I wanted to go with music, but I couldn't quite wrap my brain around the steps it would take to get there. For years, many of my big decisions had been made while I was intoxicated. Now I was starting to remember those decisions clearly and trying to figure out how to move forward without alcohol guiding my thinking. Sober decision-making was a whole new game. I got used to staying in my room while searching for work. Day after day, I'd send out applications, check emails, make calls, and try to imagine what life would look like after treatment. But nothing seemed to be working out. That part was incredibly frustrating. You're trying to rebuild your life, but the world doesn't necessarily move at the same pace as your recovery. Then one day there was a knock on my door. It was the man who ran the facility. He stood there looking uncomfortable before he spoke. He told me he was very sorry, but my insurance coverage had run out. Because of that, I would have to leave the program within a few days. I could tell he genuinely felt bad about it. He wasn't being cold or dismissive. He looked like someone who had delivered that news before and hated doing it every time. But the reality was still the same. My time there was over. And just like that, the place that had become my temporary shelter, the place where I was trying to piece my life back together, was no longer an option. Needless to say, I was scared. I had no idea what the hell was going to happen to me next.